All right, my brother.
Do it.
What's the good word? Welcome back.
Chilling.
Same night, same
Seven-
shirt, same drink.
7,000 more in the last 2 tons that they caught.
What happened?
Caught 7 tons now.
7 more tons? Ah, damn. Is he still alive?
Yep. He's still alive.
Did he get extradited yet?
Not yet.
All right.
Still got one more week in the bet.
I ain't losing. I ain't losing this time, motherfucker. Ain't no way. They gonna knock him off.
Yeah. He's turning people in, man.
All right. So we're gonna talk about you had some good questions about Sammy the Bull and John Gotti and what happened, because you're not too familiar with how the mob works, just like most people aren't familiar with how the cartel works. I mean, the cartel's simplified.
Yeah, totally.
You get caught, shut up. You don't you die.
I started watching what's his name? The Bulls channel.
Right.
And he's got season 1, 2, 3. So I started from the beginning, season 1, episode 1, and then he starts out by saying why he turned on Gotti, right?
Right.
He says that Gotti was getting ready to put a lot of blames on him to clear his name, saying that since he was the boss, he's the one that has to go free. You know what I mean? Everybody else gotta take it how it is. It is what it is. I'm the boss. I get to walk, you guys. And then that he's like, John, we grew up together. We're friends. I've done this. I've done that. Blah blah blah. We're brothers and all this. And then that Gotti told him it is what it is. Well, so then I start hearing more. I keep looking at the video. And they say they wiretapped an apartment of a lady's wire.
Yeah.
And John went in there and they were telling him about stuff that Bull was doing.
People disappearing, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So he says that the feds showed him the recordings.
Right.
Them talking of how Sammy had done stuff and that it wasn't true. This is what he says. And then that's why he turned on him. So I was like,
no,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
He wasn't snitching on him. He was,
he
was talking to other people. I don't, you know what I mean? I didn't.
Well, here, let me educate you a little bit on, we'll go back to the beginning where John Gotti asked Sammy the Bull to take the fall for him. If you look at the history of John going to trial, he went to trial, I don't know, 3-4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't ever ask anybody to take the fall for him. He's been the boss. He was the boss. So that never happened before.
Right.
John had a rule. We all go down as a ship, right? And never deal with the government. Now, that kind of, that's a fucking solid rule. But none of the other mob families stick to that rule. In other words, if you're looking at 20 years, the government says you go to trial, you get 20. If you cut a plea, you get 10.
Get 10, yeah.
Everyone does it. All the mob families do it. You're taking a deal. You're not cooperating. You're taking a deal so you don't go to trial. All right?
Okay.
Gotti didn't take deals. He was like, fuck you, let's go to trial. This is his mentality. No deals. We take it to the road. Right. And if we get if we lose, we lose. Fuck him. And when he did lose, when he lost, John Gotti could have cooperated after trial. He could have cooperated while he was locked up. He could have. Right. He didn't. He died in prison with throat cancer. So people need to understand this guy. If he really wanted out of prison after everyone else started cooperating, he could have cooperated whenever he wanted to. He would have got his sentence reduced. He would have got sent to a different prison. He would have got better medical care. And maybe he would have been home by now. And I know he wouldn't have a fucking YouTube channel. But if he started snitching, he might have. He
might have, yeah.
But no, when you look at the mentality of Gotti, you know that's just not true. Gotti ain't gonna put something he did on someone else. That's no way. Second, recordings. Sammy the Bull's in business with people, legitimate people, made guys, not made guys, whatever they are, right? Good people. And these people start disappearing. And then there's a common denominator here.
Okay.
What's the common denominator of these fucking people disappearing, right?
Right.
Well, they're all in business with Sammy. So now John Gotti's up there in this apartment, wherever they're getting recorded, and they're figuring it out. You know what? This guy got whacked. This one's dead. This one's dead. And where's all the money going? Sammy the Bull's getting the money. So had Sammy the Bull not killed these people without even getting the okay to kill them, had he not done that, that recording would have never taken place.
Exactly.
So they blame it on John for he should have been talking like that. Well, no, back up a fucking few years. Don't kill the people, and John would have never been talking like that, and everything would have been okay. Eventually, you're all going to get caught, right? Exactly. But had Sammy not broken all the rules, whacking people for nothing, not getting permission, being a greedy fuck, those recordings would have never happened, and this entire YouTube bullshit wouldn't be going on. But the facts are the facts. Sammy broke the rules. We don't know how many times before he started ratting, and John Gotti got caught on tape, which everybody does.
You're in the mob,
right?
Exactly.
We all get caught on tape, and he used that as an excuse to cooperate. It's a lie. So if you have to bet your life on it, which way you're going to go? I'm betting John Gotti's telling the truth.
Totally. Yeah. And if you're in the mob and you're in a safe place and you're with somebody that you need to talk about business, and it's not your fault that you're getting recorded. You didn't know the place was tapped. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure these are the recordings the feds, showed this guy, and then he just used this as an excuse to do what he wanted to do from the beginning. And part of that interview, he says that he had to face his daughter, and he broke his daughter's heart. When he told his daughter that John was out to get him, and that later on she would understand, but that he was turning state's evidence. He was turning government witness. And that she just broke out, and she split with him, and now that he's out is when she's actually talking to him and stuff.
So you're saying Sammy the Bull's daughter didn't want anything to do with her own dad.
Exactly.
So now I know there's a lot of, I got to give it to Sammy the Bull for one thing, right? This motherfucker should be doing life in prison, but he's not. He took down the entire mob, and he's still walking around making money on fucking YouTube. You can't take that away from him, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
He's a lucky motherfucker, right? Or a slick
entrepreneur.
Or what? He takes advantage when he can, goddamn it. But I this persona he has, but he doesn't care. And look, if he really didn't care, when he cooperated, he wouldn't have went on to witness protection, right? He got plastic surgery on his fucking face.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They set him up. He was allowed to keep his money, and he was a contractor. They relocated him in Arizona, allowed to keep his money, making good fucking money as a contractor too. And then he starts stealing ecstasy with his family. His wife and his daughter. He's dealing ecstasy with them. He's got them peddling the dope. So while he's on witness protection, all right. So he either I don't know if he got out of the program, but eventually gets out of the WITSEC. But he's got his family in this damn ecstasy ring, and he gets caught, and they give him 20 years. Okay, they give him 20 years for this. Somewhere in Arizona. Well, the strange thing is you can't find out what prison he was in. I got a feeling I've looked, when you get a release out of a prison, you can look me up, Florida, boom, there I am. BOP on the feds, there you are, okay? You can't find his ass, at least I can't. I've looked. I got a feeling because he was such a high profile at one time, he was in a special place. Even though he got to 20 years, he snitched on the mob boss, and now he's going to prison.
Right.
There's no way he'd survive. And no way. He'd be in 24-hour lockdown. Even if he didn't cooperate on the ecstasy case because they wouldn't let him. How about that? Right? They wouldn't let his ass. Fucking, you finished. So he got to 20, and then I think he tried to get an early compassionate release. Also, there was another one. I'm almost positive. I saw some pictures of him trying to, and I think the judge said "fuck you," but I'm not positive on that one. So, that's that's a Sammy the Bull, and then here he is now with this YouTube. And here's what baffled me. I just heard this the other day. John Gotti Jr. If this is true, I'm gonna really not have a lot of. I spoke to a friend of mine who's still involved and told him. He said, "No fucking way." I said, "There's a thing out here that Sammy the Bull might be sitting down with John Gotti Jr. on a YouTube fucking podcast." And my friend said, "Well, are you kidding me? Is it gotten to the point to where he needs money that bad?" We're talking about John Jr. here. Does he need money that bad where he's going to sit down on a podcast in front of the guy that put his fucking father in prison for the rest of his life? Or he also said, well, maybe he's just setting him up to fucking choke him to death. But yeah, that's not, it ain't going to happen because, and if they do sit down, I can guarantee you the whole thing's concocted. Guarantee you. Because if John Jr. sticks to what he says is the truth, which is everything Sammy the Bull is saying is lying, right? He's lying his ass off. And if Sammy sticks to what he's saying is the truth, he's, how are you going to have a video come out?
Right.
Because John Jr. is going to say this, Sammy's going to say that, unless they make an agreement like they did with the Michael Francis, Sammy the Bull interview, where it's all fake. It's just a moneymaker. Yeah. So if John Jr. sits down with this guy, that would be a disgrace to the Gotti family, unless he clocks him in the head with a fucking bat.
Keep it on tape. That make everybody tune in.
Shit. Man, and there's got to be a real good reason for him to sit down with him. Neither one of them, they can sit down with each other, because they're both not in the mob anymore. They can actually sit down, but Sammy the Bull can't sit down with someone in the mob. Just can't. They're not allowed to sit with a rat. Can't do it.
Wow.
But John Jr. can. He stepped out. It's goddamn clusterfuck out here. I'll tell you that. And now the Colombo family just took a big pinch, and
I saw that.
The boss is out on bond. How the fuck is he out on bond? He's like 80-something years old. Bond
usually means that you're out to take care of your business.
Yeah. You said something, because if you're 84, or I think he's either in the 70s or 80s, and they let the boss out on a $10 million bond.
Yeah. That's usually the states doesn't work like that anymore. You're out on bond. I mean, if it's a big case like that and something like what we used to do, and you're out on bond, everybody look out.
You watch out. He's joining the YouTube club.
Totally.
All right. So listen, another thing about, I'm going to put this out there. A lot of people, I got over 100 emails about this trip to Colombia.
How we looking?
We're looking good. We're going to take so far solid. I got 3 solid people. I got to go through a lot of emails and I got to talk to people on the phone, see what type of person they are. There's a couple people that we just wouldn't take. I don't care how much money they have. Just by talking to them and say, this motherfucker ain't coming. It just ain't going to happen. We got 3 solid. 2 of them are coming from across the world. They're coming from Australia.
Really? That's cool.
You got one guy from here. He's solid. There's 2 more openings. We got plenty of time. But look, we'll do it either way. But someone said something to me. Why don't we do, what do you say? Like we're doing a video chat, and do a Zoom meeting with, maybe 30, 40 people or whatever. And we could have face to face. Yeah.
And then they can ask questions and stuff like that.
They can ask questions. We can see them face to face, charge them $25, and we have a goddamn part.
Screen the questions.
We got to screen this is true. We just don't answer. And we have a drink on a Friday night. Fuck it.
Yeah, we could do that. No problem.
I can understand a lot of people, they can't, they can't make the money or whatever it is. It's not everyone has $5 fucking grand. It is what it is.
Yes, totally.
So it's just an opportunity for people to get involved somehow. They can still talk to us. We don't have to answer every fucking thing, but $25. Well, me and you talk about it. But if you guys like it, shoot me an email, Anthony. Oh, nope, that ain't it. MafiaMade1971@gmail.com. And if you got anything you guys want us to talk about, shoot me an email, because Carlos, if you read the comments, I can't remember, but there's been some good ones, and I just can't.
I see there's some haters. I see.
Fuck them. There's a couple. They're not a big deal. You always get haters, but there was a few people that mentioned people in New York and where Kingston, wherever the fuck you were over there in New York.
Yeah, Washington Heights. Yeah, there was a guy that said that there was a big dude, a kingpin from Washington Heights. Okay. I didn't deal direct with the people from over there. Remember, I had my, and this is something that we can probably organize. Okay. I had my crew out there. My crew knew people from New York. They knew I didn't know anybody. Like, for instance, the guy that they mentioned that was from Washington Heights. He lived there. I didn't know. I knew my crew was really, 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 really tight. And then they would handle the certain areas. I would only talk to two or three people. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You being one of them.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then what went on from that circle on. But I obviously I knew where most of the stuff was being moved at, because, you know, I had to do the accounting. You know, this came from so-and-so, this came from so-and-so, this came from so-and-so. So I knew what areas were working hard. Yeah, we can talk about a lot of stuff. We can talk a lot of stuff.
I just got to figure out the Zoom thing, how to do it. You know, I goddamn, I got a lazy eye. You kidding me?
Oh man. You're getting old, man. You come up now. When you come over here, we can do one of those things that they do over here.
I got look like I got a lazy motherfucking eyeball. What is it?
That thing that they do over here. What's it? They stretch your face out. What's it?
Oh, damn. I'm having YouTube give me a lazy eyeball. Anyway,
yeah, right. We can do. And over here when here, I mean,
yo. Would you say yayo?
No. When they get over here, I didn't say yayo.
The yayo shit.
When they get over here, there'll be plenty of stories that can't be repeated.
Oh yeah, I mean? And then they won't have their phones. They won't have anything on them to be able to.
Someone asked. I saw in one of the comments. Someone asked if there was going to be security.
Right.
On the trip. Oh, I got my security.
Right.
You know what I mean? So. My security will take care of you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want your own personal security, that's something different.
Right.
But my security will be with you guys all the time.
All right. But they think people have the impression that it's dangerous and all this.
Oh, no.
No, I told them my 10-year-old daughter's been there. She was there when she was 3. Yeah. She was there when she was 5.
No, we're not going in the jungle.
No. But we can arrange that one, huh? That's for a later date.
We can do that. We can do that, but we're not going in the jungle. No, it's safe over here. Don't worry about it. Okay.
All right, my brother. So we'll kill this one, and I'll catch you in a little bit. All right.
All right, Bubba.
All right, you got it.